Castleford. No Kirk Dixon, Jake Webster or the suspended Justin Carney. So Lee Gilmore plays in the centre. He missed the Saints game on Monday, but plays against another of his former clubs here. Up front, Jonathan Walker returns at prop, only the second time he started a game in 7 this. Adam Milner is back, having missed the last 2, and Keith Mason makes his 250th appearance in the British game against the club he left during the close season. On the bench, Ryan Boyle has returned to Castleford from Salford. Jake Emmett's gone the other way. Boyle played in Salford's 21-20 Good Friday surprise against Huddersfield, and he'll be hoping to pick up where he left off. Huddersfield look much more settled. The big confrontation will be between Danny Brough, who goes up against Rangi Chase, the man preferred at international level by the England coach Steve McNamara, and that battle should be worth the admission money alone. Up front, Big Earl Crabtree misses out. He's serving a 1-match ban following a guilty plea for a dangerous throw in that Salford match on Good Friday. Craig Kopjak starts in his place, and Michael Lawrence continues his comeback from injury. Luke George and David Fayumu drop to the bench, with Patrick and Cording, who were there on Monday. Well, glorious blue skies here in Castleford. Spring has sprung, and Phil Bentham is the big match referee. He's making his way out. We're just about ready to get this game underway. Tough times for Castleford. Their Good Friday game was abandoned 7 minutes from full time. They were 37-16 down when the stand here had to be evacuated. The result stands, and they've conceded 40 points for the 3rd time this year when they lost 48-18 at St Helens on Monday. But their coach Ian Millwood says they're out here to dent Huddersfield's march to the top. We shall see. We're underway. Jordan Tansey's kick-off into the in-goal area. Brough is underneath it, and here comes the first tackle on Craig Kopjak.
Well, the Castleford Tigers there are well aware of what they're up against, and they know that they've got to make sure the defence is pretty solid, which is not too bad in the first couple of hits. They've got to try to keep the Giants well down into their own quarter. It has been a problem for the Tigers this season. They play well for 10-15 minutes, but they've got to play for the full 80 to have any chance today.
It is the Huddersfield Giants who are in possession. That's Dale Ferguson, his 6th in a row since returning from a loan spell at Hull Kingston Rovers. Gets the ball out wide, and that's Michael Lawrence, and he was trying to get to his feet and was pulled down by Lee Gilmore.
Well, that's the worst possible start here now for Castleford, and starting games, it hasn't been easy for them. They were 26-0 down at half-time in their last match at St Helens, 25-0 down when they played here on Good Friday against Wakefield, and it's important that they begin this game stronger than they have so far this season.
Well, that certainly wouldn't help their cause in regard to, and it looks like Brough nearly made the break there. It was poor play by Lee Gilmore to give away that silly penalty.
Here is Brett Ferris, and that was a high tackle, so there is the second penalty in quick succession. I think it was Keith Mason who got him a bit high round the neck. It was.
Certainly did. Over the top of the shoulder, right into the jaw. Well, 2 in the space of less than 2 minutes certainly will not encourage the side, especially their coach Ian Millwood.
It might encourage the Giants, though, but here comes Kopjak again, and he takes them to within 5 metres of the Castleford posts. Sean Lunt is waiting at dummy half, gets the ball away to Luke Robinson. Luke Robinson, a short ball. This is Cudjoe, and he is held up just short of the line.
Great tackle there by Rangi Chase. Had to be. It was a try saver. That's a poor pass.
Not the best. Gobbled up by Ellis. Here is Shenton, the Castleford captain. And Huddersfield, with all that pressure, the early penalties, and they've frittered the chance.
They just panicked. They've got to learn to just be able to just control the game in the early part. 2.5 minutes gone, and you'd think they were trying to win the game in the final minute.
Well, Hirali got the ball away to Shenton. That was high by Aaron Murphy, right in front of us here.
Well, I get the impression that there's no love lost between these two. Yeah. Murphy didn't miss either. Shenton would have felt that.
Well, it's a pretty dismal record that Huddersfield have on this ground, including a 2011 Challenge Cup tie here. Huddersfield have lost their last 4 visits. And Castleford looking to put them to the sword here with Rangi Chase. He gets it away to Ellis, who goes wide and finds Gilmore, who somehow hangs on to the ball.
Just retrieved it before it hit the Huddersfield player. Otherwise, it would have been classified as a knock-on. Now then, what can the Tigers do? They've had to revert to the kicking game to score this season.
And Rangi Chase is chief of the kicking game, also chief of the flat pass, and they get over for the first try, courtesy of Oliver Holmes. Well, incredible. They were under the cosh for the opening 2 minutes. They then get a penalty inside the Huddersfield half, and Castleford come up with the first points of the match, courtesy of Oliver Holmes. It's his first try of the year.
Well, this is the penalty they give away. Aaron Murphy far too high and Shenton put them in a good position. And the big test between Danny Brough and Rangi Chase. Well, Rangi Chase has put the first marker on in this game. It's a beautifully held up ball there. And the big fella Holmes comes careering through. He's smiling there, and why not? But a beautiful held, delayed pass by Rangi Chase. That's the way to come onto the ball.
And that's a tremendous start for Castleford. They've just got one win under their belt in the first 10 rounds. It's 1 in 17 since beating Huddersfield 52-6 here in July. And since going out to the Cup at Featherstone 12 months ago, it's even worse. They've won only just 4 of 26 matches. Well, here is a golden opportunity for a 6-0 advantage. And Jamie Ellis, he obliges with his 22nd successful kick of the season. Castleford ahead 6-0.
Well, the Tigers have had some bad luck and some bad performances this season. But this is a brilliant start. And Chase is one of the best in this competition at delaying that pass so the defender doesn't know which one to take. And the late pass is well taken by Holmes. And it's a great start for the Tigers and Ian Millward.
Well, for Paul Anderson, it's not such a great start. His face tells its own story.
And I'm sure he will have done his homework on Rangi Chase. As long as Rangi Chase is on the field, you have got an attacking threat. But credit goes to Ollie Holmes. He had every chance to get cut in two by Brett Ferris, had Brett Ferris made the right decision on that read. But that didn't perturb Ollie Holmes. He put his head down, hit the hole straight, and got his rewards.
Well, the battle royal, isn't it, Eddie, between those two, Danny Brough and Rangi Chase. A lot of people think perhaps that it should be Brough that be drafted into the England squad. He's not. Rangi Chase is the man with the jumper on the back at the moment. And with that beautiful pass, Eddie, it was superb.
It was superb. Rangi Chase chasing his 40th try for Castleford. And Danny Brough, of course, is himself a former Castleford Tigers halfback. Here, though, is Chase. Booms a long pass into the middle of the field, and he finds Jonathan Walker. He tries to offload it. That ball is knocked forward, and Jordan Tansey just couldn't take that in.
Good opportunity, though, and it's a big warning for this Huddersfield Giants side. Castleford are very keen to try to offload and be pleasing the coach Ian Millward.
Ian Millward this week deeply saddened and upset, of course, by the death of Arthur Thomas, the former director of Wigan, St Helens and Lee. Arthur Thomas really was the man instrumental in bringing Ian Millward to Great Britain in the Super League with St Helens.
Well, it's becoming a nightmare, this, for the Giants. See how he just took his eyes off the ball at the precise moment when he should have been catching it. Luke Robinson. It's all panic from the Giants at the moment.
Well, it's a little bit similar to how they started against Salford on Good Friday just over a week ago, you know. A little bit sloppy in their own half. 1 or 2 handling errors which gave Salford a chance to attack from this sort of position. And the Tigers now need to make this pay.
They might do here, because that's another run from Gilmore that's halted 30 metres away from the line. And it's Keith Mason. Huddersfield last year, 150 appearances for the Giants. This is Ellis trying to go between two. Ferris was there quickly, so too Joe Wardle. Milner was the dummy half. Mason again. Solid defence for 4 tackles anyway from Huddersfield. Here is Rangi Chase, though, the danger man. Flips the pass. And no way through for the try scorer, Oliver Holmes. Milner's in there again. This is the last tackle coming up. And Chase will slide the kick in behind the defence. It's a great kick too. And it just stood up at the wrong moment. And Jordan Tansey was hunting the touchdown.
Not only that, he appealed to the official. Was he held back? Perhaps not. I think Luke Robinson just thought about it, then thought better of it, let him go. Oh, that's a killer. That really is. You've done all that hard work and you give away a silly penalty like that. Jonathan Walker didn't release, made no attempt either. It was close, wasn't it? Just didn't get the bounce.
But Jonathan Walker's concession of the penalty means Huddersfield begin this set of 6 inside the opposition territory.
Good field position, that's all the Huddersfield side need at the moment.
Here is Brough, gives it to Ferris. Brett Ferris, of course, formerly with Castleford. He is the Giants' vice-captain this year. And Lunt gets the pass away to Dale Ferguson. Difficult man to put down, so the referee shouts that he's tackled standing up. He plays the ball to Lunt. He'll have a scamper away. He'll find Robinson, who hangs on this time. And there was a bit of a high shot around the neck of Luke Robinson then, but the referee's happy it was okay. 10 metres away, he plays the ball. Here is Brough, and Brough will dink that into the in-goal area. A horrible bounce. And Wella Haraki is trapped in goal, so it's a goal line dropout coming up.
Good combination, little chip over the top. Ferris knew he was on for it. Did well to get the tackle as well. Just shows you what a rugby league ball can do. You cannot afford to allow it to bounce. Looking to get away with it there.
Formerly Leeds, of course, Wella Haraki, 2 seasons there, only 5 starts for the champions in 2012.
It's a really interesting kick, not one we see often. Put a lot of backspin on it, hasn't tried to slide it into the in-goal. Been willing to back his ability to get the ball to bounce back. It worked for them, now they have the ball again. Danny Brough, great kicking game. We've seen a glimpse of it there.
And that was a tremendous goal line dropout actually from Jordan Tanzi. It looked as though it was a mistake. It spun in the air, it bounced in no man's land, and Castleford, in the shape of Shenton, very, very close to getting it. But here is Fielden, who gets it out the back to Grix. Grix then to Cudjoe. Cudjoe trying to pierce the defence, can't do so though. Good tackle round the legs by Milner. Here is Luke Robinson attacking them down the centre. There was a peculiar looking run coming in from Dale Ferguson that didn't fool anybody. And it's Lunt again. Lunt trying to escape the clutches, can't get through. Scrambling defence from Castleford.
Got to be a good kick here into the corner.
It's with Brough, and there it is, high, hanging to the corner, looking for the big man here, but well claimed. Well claimed.
Richard Owen, wonderful kick, under pressure, diffused it. Oh, it's a...
Well, he's taken it from the wrong place.
Yeah, it's got to be in the middle as well, and it didn't allow it. But what a take there by Richard Owen.
Well, does it knock on?
He actually knocked it on, didn't he? He got away with that, but as a result of that false start, Stuart Fielden has pinched the ball. And Huddersfield have got it back, and that's Lunt, and here's Kopczak! Kopczak, it can play on, but he can't now because he is tackled.
Just couldn't get it, regain his feet.
Lunt will pinch one from dummy half. Or will he?
He's
the
gone
referee's
upstairs.
handed it upstairs to Ian Smith.
Well, I think he must have gone close. How many times does Sean Lunt do this?
And you have to credit Stuart Fielden for the original ball steal that gave them this opportunity.
No problem there at all. That's TRY time. Right in front. Good play yet again from a very talented hooker indeed. Full control. He'll enjoy that. But as you say, Eddie, Stuart Fielden pinched the ball. This will be confirmation.
And if it is, he will become, and he does, the Huddersfield top try scorer of 2013 so far. What's his 8th touchdown for Sean Lunt this year. Top tackler as well in 2013. Try in both games over Easter and a try in this one now.
Well, the Tigers have to feel pretty content that the fact that this is about the 13th consecutive tackle on which this try is scored. OK, it's a soft one in the end, but they have made themselves difficult up until that point. We had the goal line dropout, then the ball steal. They just can't afford to spend that length of time close to their own try line.
And Danny Brough makes no mistake from bang in front. The ex-Castleford man, 22 points against Widnes on Monday.
We catch glimpses of this, Eddie, when fullbacks get caught at marker. They're thinking about the kick, about having to defend that. Your first priority is the ball. Wait until the ball is passed. Jordan Tanzi on that occasion will reflect on that and said he needed to stay squarer deal with the threat from dummy half, which was Sean Lunt, and then worry about a kick afterwards.
So we're all square in the sunshine here in Castleford, West Yorkshire. 6 apiece. Murphy was underneath it. Here comes the charge forward from Kopczak again. 56 tries conceded this year, Castleford so far. Only Salford with 60 have conceded more. Fielden revitalising his career at Huddersfield, isn't he, after 2 seasons in which he played only 1 game in each for the Wigan Warriors.
Well, you can see there that the Castleford defence, they want to keep a keen eye on Danny Brough. He won't be impressed with that, and Lunt nearly pinched a penalty. He certainly didn't get back to the 10 metres in time.
And Robinson with a kick down centre field. There's another ball on the field there that's lying just a couple of metres away from the Castleford posts. Doesn't matter now because the ball has run dead. But the referee will want the second ball swept away, surely.
Well, I don't think anybody's seen it. They're sending one of the trainers out now. There it is. And it has now disappeared. So everything's A-OK.
And 13 minutes gone. We've spotlighted Chase against Brough. It is the intriguing battle here this afternoon. Chase, the choice for England. Brough very much on the outer. And still wanted by Scotland, but they're not putting any pressure on him to make his mind up.
That's a good run by Gilmore. A lot of enthusiasm shown there.
This is Rangi Chase again. Gets the short pass away.
Now then, we'll go the option of the bomb. The sun's in the eyes of the Giants. No, they've gone for the shot. They go in the power play.
Gilmore over the top finds Tansey. And Tansey will keep it going on the bounce. It gets to Jonathan Walker. He picks it up, knocks it forward. And here's a glorious opportunity for Wardle. And Joe Wardle's going to go 80 metres to score under the post. That really sums up the Castleford Tigers season so far. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Big mistake. Concede a try at the other end with ease. And Joe Wardle goes under the sticks. It's 10 points to 6. There's a kick to come. It'll be 12-6. And Paul Anderson looking slightly more relieved than he was about 10 minutes ago.
And so he should. But I don't think he'll get the same expression on the face of Ian Millwood. They went for the power play. Why not? Why? They should have gone for the option of the kick. It was a poor pass by Tansey. They couldn't pick it up. It bobbed up neatly. And Joe Wardle says, thank you very much indeed. They tried their damnedest, but Wardle far too quick. He got a good start on them. But Ian Millwood will be furious. He'll be saying, why on earth did you not kick into the in-goal area, apply the pressure, and what have you done?
Well, Mike, sometimes things go wrong, and this is where you find out mentally how strong your team are. Stood behind your post, you've had an awful Easter where you lost both games, conceded a lot of points, and then you've suffered an interception-style try against the run of play at the other end of the field. You can't afford to feel sorry for yourself, and I hope that the Tigers don't. They have to continue to play with the belief that they can win this game. OK, the bounce of the ball went against them. Wardle showed his pace, and none of the Tigers could get back to catch him. But it's only 6 points, and there's more than 60 minutes left in this game for them to atone and go on and win.
Yes, Ian Millwood has talked all week about the great spirit that there remains off the field, despite their on-field and indeed off-field problems. But it is a fact that they have without a win in 2 months. If they manage to win this, and conceding silly penalties like that on an opening tackle of a set of 6 will do them no good. If they manage to pick up the win, they will climb off the bottom tonight for 24 hours at least.
Well, it appears that the prop forward there, Keith Mason, got the hand into it. It's a psychological blow when the opposition scores virtually a length of the field try. You've got to traipse back and think, oh, what have we done?
I'll tell you what's a bigger psychological blow, Steve-O, is when you give away that penalty. You've conceded the try, an intercept try, you've been underneath your post, you think, right, we'll learn our lesson, and the very first play, you march the opposition downfield. That's when you have problems.
This is Scott Griggs, the Irish international fullback for the Huddersfield Giants. We see the other member of the Grix Rugby League playing family tomorrow when Warrington are at Headingley against the Leeds Rhinos.
They were looking to get away with that. It looked a bit forward there to Fielden. There's an injury in back play.
That's decent tackling though by Jordan Thompson. He got on to Leroy Cudjoe as soon as he received that ball. Sean Lunt though finds Robinson. It goes past 2 or 3. Here is Kopjak. Here they have a man out of the defensive line. I think they've got to replace him by the looks of things. He's hurt.
It's Nathan Massey, and he will not be continuing on. He's in a lot of trouble.
Here's Grix, finds Ferris. Ferris gets the ball round brilliantly to Aaron Murphy. And Murphy will score a try for the Huddersfield Giants. That's 2 in 5 minutes for them. But that was a peach of a pass from Ferris, who's been in sensational form this year.
Down to 12 men, the Tigers. But what about that for quality? Ferris, the big second rower, has a touch of a 3/4, sublime stuff. And Murphy, who knows the way to the line, you can see there that Richard Owen had been sucked into the centre position, left it an easy run for this fella.
Well, a career first hat-trick against Widnes on Monday for Aaron Murphy, and he's picking up where he left off. But how about the pass from Ferris? Moved from Castleford to Huddersfield last July.
Sorry, Eddie. In back play, just why this was happening here with Aaron Murphy coming back and the kicking tee about to be set up. Rangi Chase has caused some dissent to the referee and been sent either from the field of play or to the sin bin.
Yes, it's a sin, but it's a yellow card, I think.
Well, not the time to open your mouth when you've just conceded a try.
Well, he was claiming that it was forward, and the referee pulled him out to give him a warning as Brough lines up this kick. He said, there was 2 of us far closer than you, I don't need to hear it. Brough wouldn't have it and told him it was a forward pass.
Brough has just missed with that conversion attempt.
Where they should be frustrated, the Castleford Tigers, is this was a play that was defendable. I believe they had the numbers on the short side, 4-on-4 to cover that. Rangi Chase was disgusted with the pass, thought it was forward. But they had numbers, they had defenders in front of this play. It was Michael Shenton getting far too involved and not coming up and shutting the ball down that allowed Ferris to get the ball around the corner to Aaron Murphy. They'll reflect on that and say, well, it was poor defence as well as some good attack.
Yeah, wrong decision by Shenton and also by the winger Richard Owen. When you leave yourself on a middleman. But the pass from Ferris was sublime, wasn't it?
Well, we thought so, or I thought so, and you agree. Rangi Chase has obviously debated the issue with Phil Bentham, and he feels strongly enough about it to continue the debate on, and he's now taking a 10-minute break in the sin bin. And I think, Bill, you've got more detail on this.
Well, it's still pretty vague down here on the sidelines. The fourth official is under the impression it was for dissent, and it certainly occurred after the try was scored and Rangi Chase confronted the referee. And of course they have been really hot on the respect issue. There's the incident. Chase really wouldn't let go, and there he is sitting on the sidelines. And respect has been one of the key issues, disciplinary issues, for the RFL and for the disciplinary department this season.
It looked like it was something that was said as Phil Bentham turned his back.
Yep, Phil Bentham wasn't going to take any back chat, but they now have no Rangi Chase. The question is, can Jamie Ellis, Jordan Tansey stand up and ball play for the Castleford Tigers? Even if Rangi Chase is on the field, those players need their hands on the ball and they need to do something with it. We'll get a look at it now.
Ellis gets the ball away. Shenton has joined in.
Well, the Tigers have got to just keep down here, keep in that position. They know that they're down to 12 men yet again. Remember, it was Nathan Massey who was being treated whilst they went in for that try.
Milner at dummy half finds Wella Huraki. It would be a psychological blow advantageously to Tigers if they get across here for a try down to 12 men. That ricocheted off the Huddersfield defender to Mason. And that's the last tackle. That is the turnover.
Well, I don't think
played at, says the referee.
No, I don't think Keith Mason realised. He thought perhaps that the referee had wiped the tackle count.
It's not a bad place to turn the ball over, though, to be fair.
Yeah. Isn't it amazing, though, this game of rugby league? We saw Brett Ferris with an absolute peach of a pass that sent in Murphy. From the kick-off, he came up with a knock-on.
This will help Castleford Tigers. I think I see Darrell Clark getting ready on the sidelines. The sooner they get him on the field, the better.
Now then, there is space here for Jermaine McGilvray to take advantage of. And he's quick, and he's big, and he's strong. And the 12 men of Castleford have got no answer when the Huddersfield Giants get the ball spread out wide like that. And Jermaine McGilvray, he now becomes the joint top try scorer again with Sean Lunt. He's on 8. Anything you can do, I can do, he's saying. And Huddersfield increase the lead.
It's a basic principle of rugby league. Opposition, they've only got 12. You've got 13. That means you've got a little bit of an opening out wide. 2 attempts, both failed. McGilvray puts the Giants in a very strong position indeed. It was a good straighten up, wasn't it, there by Luke Robinson, that just shifted the defence slightly in front. Nothing they could do about that. He's got pace, this guy. Despair for the Tiger.
Yes, nothing much they could do about that. Castleford with 12 men, and what's more, 4 tries in 11 minutes for the Huddersfield Giants, who on this sort of form are heading to the top of the table.
Well, you're right, Eddie. I think the Giants here with 2 more points on the scoreboard need to convince us and themselves that this season they are a team that can go on to win it, get to the grand final and lift up the big prize. We see the best teams in Super League take advantage with the skill and the speed, and that's exactly what Huddersfield do on this play. Robinson straightens up the play, then they create the overlap, and McGilvray shows that any good side need wingers with pace. He outflanks 2 of the Tigers and brings it round closer to make that conversion a little bit easier.
Well, we saw Huddersfield, didn't we, first weekend at St Helens, and they really did put their former coach Nathan Brown through the ringer that night. It was a fantastic performance from Huddersfield.
Eddie, this could get ugly for the Castleford Tigers. Their tails are up now, the Huddersfield Giants. We sometimes call them a confident side. They have some very, very talented players. We saw like Scott Griggs is yet really to get into this game. Danny Bruff, we know what he can do. Luke Robinson, Sean Lunt, all of those capable of ball playing and having an impact in this game. But they could really blow this score out.
Having said that, here's a mistake from Ferris. He's knocked the ball on in the view of Phil Bentham. Ferris doesn't seem to agree.
Well, I think it was pinched.
He knows it himself.
And let's not write the Tigers off here. They were in a similar position when they played against Wigan and fought back to get level on the scoreboard. Unfortunate not to beat Wigan here earlier in the season. Now, whether they've got the tough character here now to fight through this tough period, this will be a great challenge for them if they can bounce back here as Owen now gets them 20 metres out.
Well, Ferris can't believe it, Eddie. Sorry, it's just the fact in exactly the same spot, 2 knock-ons, shaking his head in disbelief.
It's given the Castleford Tigers a chance. Here is Hubie. That's a good hit. It was a good hit by Ferris, but the referee will wipe the tackle count clear because of that. Not only was it a good hit, it left the Castleford man just trying to get some breath. It was Jamie Ellis. And now it is a chance again for Ellis, who finds Owen. They go wide. That's good defence. Good defence on Thompson from the try scorer, McGilvray, the latest try scorer. Boyle has returned to the Castleford fray. Holmes will play it. Boyle wanted it short. It comes wide instead to Huraki. Great pass. Great pass to Huraki to Tanzi.
But good man-on-man marking there by the Huddersfield Giants.
Huraki with the kick. All along the deck. Easy for Robinson.
Good positioning, though, wasn't it, by the little halfback? He knew exactly what was happening there. It's always nice to see a halfback drop back underneath the sticks.
He knew what was happening. I don't know if the Castleford Tigers knew what was happening. 4th tackle and Weller Huraki, right side second row, was putting his boot on the ball. Jamie or Jordan Tanzi having played it, I'm not sure that's the play that Ian Millward would have looked for.
Well, you say that, Brian, but remember, Rangi Chase is off the field of play.
Oh, it could be a 40-20 this if it had bounced properly.
Either way, this is a fantastic kick.
It is.
And look at the chase. Thompson banged down.
Yeah, great chase that. Great kick. Had it just bounced right instead of left, it would have been a 40-20. It went almost to the in-goal area, and Castleford with an almighty job to get up the other end of the field now with their 12 men. Gilmore.
Got to be careful now, the Giants, not to give away a silly penalty, give the opportunity. Rangi Chase just about ready to come back into the fray.
Yeah, Rangi Chase in the sin bin, and when you think Justin Carney, one of their new stars, he's suffering a second two-match suspension this afternoon, so he's been missing already for nearly half the season, Justin Carney.
Well, we saw a very good run there by Daryl Clark, who really is a talent for the Tigers, but there wasn't much support with him. He made a good run from the dummy half position. He's got the quality to get the Tigers back into it.
Here is Cudjoe. Oh, it's opened up for Cudjoe, and there's 3 in support. And Robinson wants it, Robinson gets it, and that was far too easy for Huddersfield, I'm afraid. Far too easy down that right-hand channel for them, the left-hand side of the Castleford defence. They do have the man down, there are spaces all over the place, but there was just very little tackling going on here.
And again, you see the quality of Luke Robinson. Makes a little dink, then pulls back in down the centre, draws the defence, makes them hesitate. McGilvray just sucks in the full-back, and like every good half-back, you chase down the middle. It goes out on the right. See how it just hesitate, made the defence do that. Power, speed, composure, and a good finish. They're running riot at the Giants.
Luke Robinson with the try. That's his first try of the season for Luke Robinson, and he now needs 3 more for a career total of 100. He was on loan here at Castleford in 2004. Danny Brough was here at Castleford as a full-time player, and just look at the scoreline.
Well, the Giants made 19 breaks on Monday when they beat Widnes, and they're going to make a similar number today. They continue to play like this, outflanking their opposition and having support on the inside. The sun's shining, they've got possession, and they're certainly making it play here against 12 men of the Tigers.
Well, Rangi Chase fuming at that. Luke Robinson, the try scorer. Jordan Thompson is looking average on that left-hand side for Castleford, but it's not his fault. If the players inside Jordan Thompson aren't making the effort to push him out, he has no chance with Leroy Cudjoe and Jermaine McGilvray on his outside. He's got to trust them on the inside. They've got to do their job and allow him to take at least a metre and a half out to his left and give him a chance to make that cover tackle.
28.5 minutes, 28 points to 6. Huddersfield going at just about a point a minute. And Rangi has returned to lead the chase on the deficit. Down to Bill.
Nathan Massey, while we were debating the Rangi Chase sin binning, Nathan Massey, of course, was being helped off the field. It's a knee injury. They are treating him. He's got ice on the knee at the moment, hopeful that he might be able to come back. They do need something to lift them, and I tell you what, we've seen some pace already from the Huddersfield Giants. They've got even more pace out there because they've thrown Luke George into the mix as well.
Yes, Luke George coming on off the bench, back from 4 out on Monday against Widnes. It's amazing, you know, they've got a great record against Huddersfield in Super League, the Castleford Tigers. Prior to today, they've won 19 of 29 and 10 from 14 visits here. But things are just going from bad to worse, I'm afraid.
Yeah, not the best kick. And it's even more pressure they've got to absorb. Not the best off the outside of the boot. And I'm with Brian. The Tigers have got to be extremely careful here, because if the heads go any lower, they'll be scraping the nose on the grass.
Well, Rangi Chase has returned, but 28-6. I'm not saying it's a foregone conclusion or a forlorn hope, but it is going to be difficult for him. Half an hour gone. Robinson finds Brough. Had to bend his back then, picked up the ball, got the pass away to Ferris.
Interesting to see the tactics from the Giants as well. Normally we see Danny Brough controlling a lot of things, but on this occasion, Luke Robinson is running the show.
Now that's better. That was a better hit. Wardle. Oops, there's a bit of argy-bargy between Mason and Ferris. And the referee will try and take control of the situation.
Well, neither will take a backward step, that is for sure.
Well, Brett Ferris is unhappy with the tackle at Mason effect, but I don't think a player can come in and do that. I'd be interested who the penalty goes to here.
Well, he should go to Castleford because you'll see Ferris have a dig.
Mason's caused the problem.
Uses the elbow and maybe a slight
He's grabbed him, that's what I mean.
little facial from Mason.
Okay, no problem. Penalty there. You've got to stay out of it, Brett.
Penalty goes Castleford's way.
They've got it right. Ferris had a bit of a dig. Having an up and down game, isn't he? This is the incident.
I think I heard Danny Brough asking a question about a shoulder charge, but I couldn't see anything there.
Nope.
Maybe it was something that happened off the ball, I don't know.
Confusion reigns either way. And talking of reigns, the Giants are well and truly in it.
Dan Fleming is on, this young man, 20 years of age, and he's only wearing 22. He's a Welsh international on 3 occasions, Dan Fleming. It's bottom of your screen there. The ball going the opposite direction, away from him.
I must say, the Castleford attack is very flat.
Well, Chase might do something here. That's a good ball. Ferris got to him. The tackle was completed, says the referee. Here is Chase again. Drops the kick in. Brough picks it up.
Well, not the best kick, but at least that was a better option, remember, than trying to do the power play that allowed Wardle the length of the field try.
Hold, fellas, hold!
Now that it's been out wide, hasn't it? Okay, the Tigers were down to 12 when they broached them on the right-hand side.
Goal 3.
Here's Cudjoe for the Giants.
4, move!
Tackle number 4 completed. Robinson infield to Brough, gives it wide again to Ferris. That was flicked up by Ellis.
Has he given the forward pass, or has he given the... Oh, it looks as though he's given the knock on to Ellis. Yeah. Head and feed to the visitors. Not the best position to try to offload there. A bit sloppy. He knows, Ian Millward, that they've got to come up with some points soon.
He's doing it tough, isn't he? The club is doing it tough, the team is doing it tough, the coach is as well. He's got the pedigree, he's got the CV, has Ian Millward. Coach of the Year 2001. 2 Grand Finals, 2 Challenge Cup Finals, World Club Challenge while he was at St Helens. Left there in 2005. It's been tough for him since, and it is very tough at the moment in this part of the world.
Well, the biggest problem they have are the Tigers. They don't have much depth, do they?
They don't, and they're having to defend this run from Luke George, and eventually they get him down. But look where they are after only 2 tackles. And here is Robinson, who finds Brough, who gets it to Fayumu, and he puts the ball onto the boot, looking for the corner, and Tansy to the rescue. And the coach is appreciative of all of that.
Yeah, that was early in the tackle count. Maybe he thought that he could see that Richard Owen was slightly out of position, but good work by the fullback Tansy. Had to be.
Well, the Giants love a goal line dropper. Remember, they forced one earlier this half, scored a little bit after it. They know, and I think with Danny Brough in the side, they want to maximise his ability to kick the ball accurately and dangerously into the in-goal area. And I hope then, by spending time at this end of the field, they increase the chances of scoring again.
Bradford just ahead against the London Broncos, 16-10. Match being played in High Wycombe this afternoon.
Hold, go.
Yet another change of venue for the London Broncos, but I wonder whether that's an indication of where they might end up whether they will go to the fair county of Buckinghamshire in the future.
Hands up.
Oh, this is getting difficult now. They're conceding penalties, lack of discipline, and Huddersfield Giants, well, they're just turning the screw. You wonder why they kicked early, Steve-O. Well, they forced the repeat set. I think they can smell blood here, the Castleford Tigers. It's 6.5 minutes before half-time. Sorry, I should say 5.5 minutes before half-time. I think there's plenty of time for Huddersfield Giants to rack up another score.
Brough gets the ball away to Cudjoe. That bounced off ahead and went forward. And it will be brought back, of course, for the scrum down.
Well, that must have been classified as forward because the Tigers have got the head and feet. Or it's
Reference here with the ball.
there might be a bit of a blood bin here.
Says knock on. Hang on, shot. Yeah, that's it.
No, it seems to have sorted everything out. Now they can the Tigers get out of their red danger zone.
First move.
I must say it's been a very efficient performance by the Giants. Okay, the opening 5 or 6 minutes they were a little bit well, hasty. They panicked slightly, but they've settled down extremely well, controlling the game now.
Darrell Clark gets it to Gilmore. Gilmore gets it wide to Thompson, and it's good defence from Huddersfield on show.
But was it played at Eddie here by a Huddersfield player? I think that's what the referee claims. Thompson attempts to throw it back inside, and Luke Robinson puts his hand up and just pats the ball over the sideline. So the Tigers will get this again.
Well, if ever a team needed to get points on the board, it's a home outfit. Rangi Chase is out there calling the shots. They've had a bit of a conversation with Lee Gilmore.
Chase to Richard Owen. Richard Owen! Brough couldn't get to him, but they eventually get to Jordan Tansey. Richard Owen is the dummy half. Here is Rangi Chase. They certainly have the talent out there, the Castleford Tigers. They just need an injection of confidence. Hubie skips inside one. And Hubie's still going. He gets them to within about half a metre of the line. Darrell Clark is waiting. Fires the pass to Jamie Ellis. He didn't give it to Boyle. Went for Owen. It went backwards is the view of the referee. Gilmore drops on the loose ball.
They've lost a good position, though. They've gone on that short blind side.
Chase down the line. Well watched by Griggs.
That was great positioning, wasn't it?
First move.
Certainly seems to enjoy that position. And the full-back.
I thought the Tigers got a lift when Ryan Ball had a good strong carry. He's there in number 27, just back at the club here for the second time. Came over from the Salford side this week in a deal which saw Jake Emmett going to the Reds. And Boyle's run certainly made a difference, and the Tigers seem to lift as a result.
Danny Brough with the kick to relieve the pressure, but that goes out on the full. I think I heard a ricochet then, but I don't think that makes any difference.
No, I'll give it to the Tigers. No,
it didn't actually. I thought it just flicked off the fingers of Wella Haraki. Maybe it did just. I suppose he was playing at it, wasn't he?
Ooh,
no, it didn't. Missed him by a mile.
I was just about to say you're becoming pedantic.
Close. You'll get it. Go on.
Oh, it's a top set, Eddie.
It's warm, Steve-O. They should be sticking now with all the.
I wish.
All the glue you've got. Chase.
Oh, he's lucky not to go round him. He just stopped in time. Good offload.
To Gilmore. Gilmore then to Owen. Owen in field to Ellis. Here is Michael Shenton.
Desperate for score. They need those points just to lift them before they go in at half-time.
Hubie will drive it in. Dumps the ball back onto the ground, though. Darrell Clark got to it, gave it to Chase. Chase short ball.
Well watched, though.
It was good tackling on Oliver Holmes. 2 minutes to half-time. 10 metres away from the line. The Castleford Tigers, they would love a try just to get them to half-time. Knock on, though. It was a knock-on by Dan Fleming. It was one of those passes of Rangi Chase, a no-look pass. Look. Looks the other way and gives it. It comes off, it looks brilliant. happens like that, and it just doesn't work.
Well, he wasn't going to be fooled, was he? No way in the world was Lon Patrick going to be fooled by that.
Well, Lon Patrick had to do his job, Steve, but Rangi Chase's passes attracted 2 defenders. And as a ball player, you can't really ask for much more than that. He was able to put Ollie Holmes in through a hole because of a similar ball play. I watched him out on the left-hand side. Himself and Lee Gilmore are just not quite on the same wavelength at the moment. You got to give Rangi Chase time to crab across field before you hit your run. Lee Gilmore hitting some great straight lines. He's just got to be a little more patient before he sets off.
I think that was the instance where he should have come on the angle rather than just running straight.
Griggs. And Luke George puts the ball down.
He should have passed it. Oh, it's got a bit untidy again. And they're all rushing in.
Let's go down to Bill, because he's getting a bird's eye view of this.
Oh, ringside seats here, I'm afraid to say, and I suspect Rangi Chase could be in trouble again. He's already been to the sin bin, and he's just been involved in that flare-up under the nose of the touch judge, and it's all about the touch judge's report to his referee now. And ball on the ground. Chase had already been involved in a couple of fairly confrontational challenges in the build-up to this one, and on the floor punches were thrown, so it's just interesting to see what the official reports to referee Bentham now.
Scott, Rangi, just come in. It's all right, I'll deal with it now. All right, there's obviously both something not happy about something on the floor. All right, we're going to take the scrum, leave it at that now. Yeah, no, all right, okay. Good work, mate.
6 and 2 threes then, according to the touch judge.
Okay, fellas.
Well, he sorted that out. Let's not forget what Jordan Thompson has just done. He's had a tough time in defence when they were down to 12 men, but it was him that came in and forced a mistake from the Huddersfield Giants. His defence has got the ball back for Castleford Tigers.
Good tackle by Brough on Rangi Chase.
He would have enjoyed that, but he's been penalised, messing around.
Oh, it's a hand in. It's not for anything that was illegal about the challenge.
No, that's fine. He just put his arm underneath. Not allowed to do that. They've made it quite clear to the officials this season. Don't mess about.
First, move. Oh, boys.
Well, they've got 5 seconds to go. Rangi Chase. Oh, how did he get that ball away? That was a miracle pass. That's
There's
not
another
bad
one.
either.
Well, it's not the best, but at least they got away with it. Do something with it. Kick it.
Haraki. Oh, knock on. No, not seen. Play on. Here's Tansey. Tansey over the top. Palmed out by Brough. And that will do them, I think, although the referee puts the scrum down. We haven't had the siren yet.
Each is going, lads. Well, it's not. It's broken.
Well, I didn't hear a siren. I don't think Phil Bentham did either. And then he was told in his earphones, I think, that the half-time siren should have sounded and hasn't. Maybe the fuse has gone.